and all those who started watching, we actually have a few new subscribers, and we've even had, like, I had one show earlier this week where I had like 4 live viewers. So that was pretty good. So welcome to the Spyguy. And usually on Friday I get together with Warhound here, actual, and we start talking about what's going on in the world and how we see it. So let's start talking about that. Yeah, so I've gotten caught up recently on that whole stuff going on with the oil situation in California, and frankly, it's terrifying.
Well, yeah. No, if you haven't been following it, have you seen the National Defense Production Act moves that Trump has made with the offshore drilling?
Yeah, I have seen some of that stuff. So he's the guy who's off on there with Tom and some of the other, or Holt. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah.
As someone who worked in the logistics industry for 25 years, and 17 of which there was in grocery for major food companies, like, holy crap, these Sacramento idiots do not know what they're playing with.
Oh, absolutely not. And what you're starting to realize, and this is actually one of the more important things that I think is actually going on, is the incredible, and I mean incredible, amount of disregard for the effects that this has on neighboring states. But at the same time, and I've argued this previously with my group of guys, and we've kind of covered it on the podcast. I haven't fully gone deep into it yet, but it's all intentional.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gavin Newsom is in a terrible position electorally. You know, electorally, he is in one of the worst positions he possibly can be. You know, the situation with Mamdani and Spamberger has not made it any better.
Yep.
And so he has had to start pulling the plug on the drain, and he's trying to flush the fucking baby down the drain as quickly as he fucking can.
Yeah.
Well, the issue we end up having with this is now, you know, Trump has come in and he said, hey, offshore drilling, National Defense Production Act. It looks like they are about to make the same move on the refineries, because we had the Valero refinery, that one shut down. There's another one that looks like it's about to shut down. But yep. Trump is currently working with the company being like, hey, no, do not fucking shut down, or else I'm going to have to fucking National Defense Production Act your ass and the NDPA. I'm going to have to NDPA your ass. And you don't want that, because I'm going to make you fucking stay open. And slowly but surely the moves are being made. Now, one of the key aspects of this is a lot of people are looking at the situation in Iran, and they're viewing it completely wrong.
Yeah.
They're viewing it from this perspective of, oh, we get energy from Iran because all the world gets energy from Iran. No. We are energy self-sufficient as of last year.
Yep.
Fully. We do not import anything for energy purposes from anywhere else. We import for ethane production. And those ethane products, oh, by the way, the U.S. controls about, Tom said at one point in time it was 50% of the market. I've actually done some research into it, and actually it's closer to 70%. There are a shit ton of products that we produce that are ethane based that the rest of the world uses. Well, guess what? Now we're producing those products using any number of sources, but we've cut off the spigot to the Europeans, and we have forced the situation where the Chinese are now being able to root out the corruption that is amongst them and prevent the illicit elements of their nation from being able to buy Iranian oil on pennies on the dollar. You know, one of the things that a lot of people seem to be forgetting, and unfortunately, it's like, I will give people this. It's not very well wide known at this point in time, but there's a civil war going on between the CCP and the PLA. It's
Right.
very obvious at this point in time. Anybody who has any inkling of understanding of actual power politics understands that, yes, those two elements in China are fighting right now. And for obvious reasons, it's very clear that the PLA side was the one importing the oil from Venezuela, or not Venezuela and Iran. And they were the ones benefiting the most out of this. Well, now the CCP has managed to get a grip on this because the US bit the bullet and fucking went in. Now, the whole, back and forth about, Israel forced us into this. Honestly speaking, I don't give a fuck. First and foremost, I will say this: evil must be opposed no matter what form it takes. And guess what? Proxies of evil people are evil motherfuckers. So fucking bomb them.
Yeah.
And the IRGC is very obviously a proxy of the Europeans. So it's like, no, go fuck yourself. Now, one of the key things that I personally am, looking at across the board is what is going on with the Europeans in lieu of, talking about NATO and Russia and this and that and so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. And the Europeans, their hair is on fire. They are running around like chickens with their heads cut off, and they are absolutely losing their fucking minds. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're hitting them exactly where it hurts.
Yep. To the point where they are going to send ships to support the opening of the straits.
Yeah, well, and to everybody who is, constantly talking about, the Iranians are the ones that close the straits. No, the straits were closed by the company Lloyd's of London. And guess what? Lloyd's can go fuck themselves, because that's exactly what Big Gay Patton did.
Yeah.
He fucking railed them hard. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I love Sal Macagliano, and I fucking respect the absolute hell out of the guy, because he does give good information. He tries to remain outside of the bullshit as much as possible, and I fucking appreciate that about him. But he is missing the mark across the board when it comes to the insurance game, because he is viewing it from a traditionalist sense. And it's like, motherfucker, this was planned. Scott Bassett literally says in the whole spiel that he gives on it that we had been working on this as a contingency for months.
Right.
I'm sorry, they came in with a fucking plan, and you guys don't like the fact that they had a plan.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Get fucked.
Yeah, so many. I was on a 2A last night, and there was this insane Democrat woman who was like, "Oh, they don't have any plans." I'm like, and people, the military guys in the chat are like, "We have plans for invading Canada." Like, come on, guys, we have plans upon plans upon plans upon plans of every contingency. There's just thousands of guys at the Pentagon who are doing this every single day. Like, everything's thought out here. You're going off on these things. And then it was funny. She started talking about, conspiracy theories, and proceeded to lay out half a dozen Democrat conspiracy theories as facts.
Well, and that's the thing, is that at the end of the day, what a lot of people, and mind you, like I finally stepped foot into a space yesterday for the first time in like fucking 4 or 5 months at this point. Actually, yeah, no, now I think about it, I haven't been in a space since my daughter was born.
Oh, I haven't been in space in a while either.
So it's been 5 months. Mm-hmm. And I went in and I was talking, you might know him, Apex Imperialist.
No.
Okay. He's run around quite a bit, so I figure you might know who he is. But Apex, they were having a discussion about the situation with Iran and whatnot, and I came in and I started laying out shit, period, in a story. And I was literally like across the board. My mentality was, I'm gonna tell you what's going on, and every time you try to push back, I'm gonna fucking reaffirm my position, period, in a story. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And every pushback that they gave, that he gave to me, I pointed out like the logical fallacy in his position. And it was very obvious, because all the Israelis in the space bailed almost immediately.
Oh, really?
And that's the point, is that once the logical fallacies were starting to be challenged and they were starting to be assaulted in a meaningful way, their cognitive dissonance kicked in, and they said, fuck this, I'm out. And that's the thing, is at the end of the day, a lot of these people, whether they be the Israelis, Iranians, Democrats, Republicans, etc., the vast majority of them do not want to hear anything that can potentially disrupt their fucking cognitive flow. And guess what, motherfuckers? That's what me and a bunch of other, glorious people are fucking doing right now, is we're destroying your logical fallacies.
Yeah.
Shit, fucking yesterday, so we because of the Joe Kent situation, I'll just bring this up just because of the Joe Kent situation, me and my guys, we decided, okay, you know what, 48-hour rules in place. I literally declared it across my group. I was like, 48-hour rule, period, end of story. We record on Thursday, boys, period, end of fucking story. We are not doing anything before that. And then 48 hours came and went, and nothing really came up. And it was like, okay, what the fuck? Well, we record, we get to the back half of the live stream or the recording. And if you don't know how, I don't know if, you have been on our show.
Yeah, I was on it once. Yeah.
So the back half, we always kind of just chill out, and we cover our main topics and everything on the first half, and then the back half we just have fun and just pal around basically. Well, during the back half of the stream, while we were palling around, I was going through Tom's Slack server, and then I saw a post that was from a guy named Matt Forney or Mark Forney, whatever the fuck it is. And the language of the tweet, because he was claiming that he had an inside source. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have inside sources. Go fuck yourself. But here's the problem. It was the implication of the words that he said. Kent, the tweet was basically Tulsi is going to have to resign next month because her and Kent were caught in a very compromised way.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too from people. And I'm just like, this is all just Susie Wiles.
No. Here's the problem. Is that there is soft confirmation that that's exactly why Kristi Noem was removed from her position. Because one of the other people that got moved around as part of the Kristi Noem moving around, there was soft confirmation that yes, they have actually had dinner with each other on multiple occasions. And it was like, fuck, we're Tulsi and Kent banging.
Oh, okay.
And mind you,
he gets around a lot from what I hear.
Well, here's the point. Here's the point is that me and my guys, when we first talked about the situation in regards to Joe Kent, I had maintained a 3-prong approach to it. So I had a 40-40-20 or 40-40-20 split on it. 40% chance that Joe Kent is a douchebag, and that's it. He's a douchebag. He was leaking shit to fucking Tucker Carlson, giving Tucker Carlson inside information, and then he got removed. Okay. Then there's a 40% chance that he got selected to take the bullet and fucking expose the Israelis as being a bunch of duplicitous pieces of shit. Okay. There's that. And then I leave the door open for the 20% option that a little bit of fucking both. Joe Kent said something while having dinner with Tucker Carlson that he shouldn't have fucking said, and Tucker Carlson used that information in his show, and somebody noticed, and they're like, hey, how the fuck did Tucker know about this?
Yeah.
And then Joe, because he's the one that fucking said it, it wasn't intentional, but he fucking said it. He gets told, okay, look, you're fucking out, but you're going to do this favor for us. You're going to fucking drop this fucking resignation letter, and you're going to take this bullet, and you're going to do this for your fucking country, bitch. So those were the 3 options that I laid out initially, which, you know what, at the end of the day, everything was up in the fucking air. But then all of a sudden, the implication that potentially there was a compromising situation between Joe Kent and fucking Tulsi Gabbard, which, sorry guys, I'm going to say this. Joe Kent's a jock.
Yeah.
He's a jock. Everybody knows it. I have a very, very bad feeling that there is a good possibility for it. So I then adjusted my metric and I said, okay, 30% he's a douchebag, 30% he's a fucking hero, and 40% that he's fucking human.
Mm-hmm.
And so now the arithmetic has changed quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the point. These people who have this cognitive dissonance across the fucking board, who think that they themselves are fucking infallible. It's like, hey, dumbass, you're human. Welcome to the fucking show.
Yep.
Like God, it's just stupid.
Yep. No, I fully agree. There's all the possibilities could be true. I just say a lot of the times I think some of the smear job coming out is definitely from people.
Oh, absolutely, motherfucker! I have seen some retarded takes.
Yeah,
absolutely retarded takes within the past freaking 72 hours. And I'm just like, oh dear Lord. But the problem is that again, everything's up in the air. And so we're not going to know. And me and my guys, once the 48-hour window passed, we were like, okay, 7-day rule that goes into effect. Like we have nothing. Like we really have nothing in regards to this. And, Joe Kent goes on fucking Tucker Carlson, which I'm sorry, bad fucking look.
Yeah.
Bad look for him. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it. There's a lot of people.
And the next day I'm going on Tucker Carlson, not even given like 48 hours. Dude.
Well, and that's the thing is that unfortunately here's the thing. You know how Tom has his explanation about Steve Bannon. Take Steve Bannon's resume, fucking take his name off the resume, and fucking just look at the resume.
Oni.
Yeah, that's an intel asset if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Yeah. same thing kind of applies to Tucker. Like at the end of the day, if you took Tucker's name off his fucking resume, just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, Tucker once was like, how did these people know my father was in the CIA? I didn't realize that. It's like, dude, the JFK conspiracy theory guys have been tracing everyone CIA agent conventionally connected throughout since he got shot. So people are like figuring out, oh, this guy went to school with this guy. We know this guy's an agent, this guy here. And they've just been connecting the dots for the last 50 years. And now with the internet, they're able to talk to each other more than once a year at a conference.
Yep. So
we have the greatest source of human information network now created with the internet, and people who were never able to really connect the dots are all working together. It's just like when Pizzagate happened and the 4chan guys started going through through Podesta's files and saying, why do these guys sound like they're us?
Yep. No, and that's the thing is like at the end of the fucking day, when it comes to a lot of this bullshit, and again, I said it yesterday, and I'll say it here as well. The filter is a great thing. Why do people want you to hear a particular fucking narrative? Filter out the bullshit and start reading between the lines. Again, the Lloyd's announcement about the insurance policies, about canceling the insurance policies. I saw that because I immediately I'm looking between the lines. I'm disregarding all the bullshit that everybody is saying. I saw that announcement. I was like, oh fuck. There it is. That's their move.
Yeah.
And mind you, fucking Tom, because I haven't been able to resubscribe to the fucking Patreon yet. So I'm not getting the market reports. He said it on Sunday. And then they announced it later on Monday. And then guess what? Taco Tuesday, baby.
Well, if you want, I can share them with you.
Oh, I would love you.
Okay.
I just don't have the extra money right now. That's
no
baby expensive. Not really expensive, but it's like I gotta sacrifice something for this. But that's the whole point. Is at the end of the day, it's like, guess what? Like we have a bunch of people trying to say a bunch of different things in order to draw our attention away from what's actually going on. So, and again, I will point out Venezuela, China's not really suffering in terms of Iran, because guess what? They're still pulling oil from Venezuela. They're just doing it at market price.
Yeah. And they're also getting their ships. Iran's not shooting at the Chinese ships. They said anyone who's not involved in the conflict can go through. And China was always able to get their oil out of Iran right now.
Mm-hmm. So. Which then, guess what gets announced yesterday? The Japanese are now pulling LNG from Alaska.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, people complain about the Japanese not being able to send stuff. I'm pretty sure it's in their constitution they can't do that. Though, given that this is a potential piracy issue, they might be able to get around it.
Actually, so here's the funny point. So Article 9 of the Constitution, it is currently under review.
Yeah, I knew they were going to get rid of it.
Oh yeah, no, it's going bye-bye. It's under review. It's just so. The problem is and this is the issue with the Japanese specifically, is that they cannot issue an order to the JSDF to do something because of Article 9. They literally, because they are so hesitant to be flagrant with the Constitution, because they want the Constitution to stand.
Yeah.
And so if they issue an order that is blatantly unconstitutional, that's a problem. There's also another issue. The courts of Japan, there is a very distinct British influence in them, which, by the way, I'm going to, how do the British control Israel? What's the British influence in Israel? The Supreme Court. Yeah. Just pointing that out. And that's also the other thing is here in the US, where do we find the most problems? It's in the courts. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, how does the Republic have sovereign immunity?
Yeah, true. But yeah, no, that's the whole point, is that at the end of the day, these different nations, the nations that are being hurt the worst by this situation in Hormuz, and this is why they are now sending ships to Hormuz, is Europe.
Yep.
They're the ones being hurt the most by it.
I was actually looking at some of the Dutch ships yesterday because I was trying to figure out who is going to be able to send what in relief, because the NATO is going to send some stuff. It looks like France and England are out, but the rest of the people are doing that. And the Dutch have some pretty good stuff that would be really useful in there. They got like 6 minesweepers.
Well, okay, so here's the thing about the Dutch, and this is something I have to point out to people, is that when it comes to land power, currently the land power of Europe is France. Mm-hmm. That is the land power of Europe. The air power side of things, it's split pretty evenly between all the different powers, minus out the Germans. Mm-hmm. Because the Germans don't really have much of an air force. But the Brits have a bit of an air force, the French have a bit of an air force, but then the Italians are right there with them, and so on and so forth. Well, then you look at naval power, and that's when the disparity gets actually really interesting, because the Dutch actually have quite a bit of naval capability. So it was real when I saw the Netherlands in there. I didn't bring this up on the podcast yesterday, and I really should have. But it is actually really important that the Dutch were there. And mind you, that's actually a signal for something. Mm-hmm. Because the Dutch, they've been very obstinate towards us because of the British, but I think the Lloyd's situation might have actually turned them against the Brits quite a bit. Because, oh, by the way, and I would like to remind everybody that a fuck ton, a metric ass ton of shipping companies are headquartered in the Netherlands.
Right.
So when Lloyd starts talking about canceling fucking insurance policies, I can imagine the Dutch were very fucking pissed about that.
Yeah.
So, it's really a case of like, you know, I just have to say, in general, you know, the Europeans are realizing like, oh fuck, like we don't have the capability to survive without Iranian oil and Iranian gas. Mm-hmm. We don't have the ability to fucking do jack shit. And the ethane market, because we didn't build a shit ton of ethane, like mind you, you know, everybody might be sitting there. Okay, US controls 70% of the ethane market. Where's the other 30%? Most people might be inclined to think that it's in fucking Europe. No, it's not. Like, there's only like 5% of the market in Europe. Mm. The other 25% is spread pretty evenly across the board, with about a 10% bent in favor of the fucking Asians. Mm-hmm. But like, the Europeans don't have access to the large quantities of industrial ethane products that they need without the United States.
I mean, it turns out France has a very large shale formation. The problem is where it's located.
Wait, where?
It's located under Paris.
Oh, France. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. So let me.
Literally, you would have to put in like a fracking drill beside the Louvre to get access to some of this stuff.
Well, actually, let me give you a better one. Friesland, Frisia.
Which one?
In the Netherlands, Frisia.
Oh, yep.
An entire section, an entire fucking province of the fucking Netherlands sits on top of a fucking massive natural gas deposit. They can't fucking drill it because they almost annihilated the entire province with seismic activity.
Yeah, that does happen occasionally.
Oh, no.
Stable, but there was some.
No. It turns. No, the Netherlands is particular because of the soft soil, because it's the lowlands. The soft soil, because of the lack of compaction that is typical when you're up into the plains and into the plateaus. It's just not present there. So literally, they were talking about potentially relocating like 100,000 people out of Frisia, oh, wow. just to be able to have access to the gas. And then they were like, fuck, a lot of people are protesting us now. Fuck. Yeah. But yeah, no, again, it's like, hey, welcome to the party. You should have been here a lot earlier, but hey, you're finally here. Congratulations. Yep. Mm-hmm. We're gonna make you motherfuckers actually fight for this shit. Like, we're not just gonna take it from you, because if we just take it from you, then at that point in time, you're just gonna start dropping nukes everywhere because you're a bunch of spiteful, evil pieces of shit. No, we're gonna make you actually fight for it.
Yeah. Oh, more Marines are on their way to join the Iran war.
Huh. What? Okay, real quick. There's no indication that the first batch of Marines that were being sent are actually heading there, by the way.
Oh, yeah, really?
There hasn't been any sighting of the fucking of the Tripoli. No, I haven't heard any confirmation that the Tripoli is heading that way right now.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm just gonna say the irony of sending the Tripoli. But also at the end of the day, it's like, all of a sudden a massive, U.S. Marine Corps led humanitarian mission into Cuba, just a thought. Yep. But again, I haven't seen any confirmation on where the Tripoli actually is right now. Like, I haven't seen any confirmation.
Yeah, it looks like the Boxer's being said instead.
The Boxer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What happened to the Tripoli?
I don't know. Maybe, like you said, we don't have confirmation on that one, but it sounds like maybe they're both going to head there, or or whatever. I do think Tom is right. They are going to hit the other side of to take the other side of the Iranian portion of the strait. I don't think they're going to Karg Island. I think that's really stupid.
Oh no, so I have personally I've talked to a couple guys now who they're like, hey, there's actually a stretch of the coastline that would be very fucking easy to take in general.
Mhm.
From so you've got Bandar Abbas, you got the islands, Hormuz, Laraka, and Qasem. You take the islands, you take Bandar Abbas, and then you start working through the coastline and just open up the strait directly.
Mhm.
And then at that point in time, ships just hug the Arabian coast.
Yeah.
That has been talked about, and it's like, okay, and mind you, Bandar Abbas in terms of that, I am like, okay, so Bandar Abbas, what is that part of? That's part of the Northeast South Trade Corridor. We have the Russians. They are definitely involved. Anybody who thinks the Russians aren't involved in operations, you're stupid. Because all of a sudden there's Russians on the Caspian Sea.
Yep.
Just pointing that out.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely
through the Straits of Malacca right now, according to the news.
What'd you say?
Apparently, the Tripoli's passing through the Straits of Malacca.
Okay, so it's transiting the Straits. Okay. All right. Well, that makes more sense now. Because I hadn't seen any confirmation on where the fuck it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The simple fact is that at the end of the day, we are, if we do have to land troops, which again we might have to land them in a limited fashion in order to help secure certain aspects of the situation. And now the idea that we aren't going to land on Karg Island, I call bullshit.
Well, I'm not too sure anyone wants to screw around with Karg Island to risk damaging all the oil flow coming out of there.
It's not risking damaging it. It's risking the Iranians or the IRGC. Let me make sure.
IRGC will destroy it.
Trying to scorch earth the island, which honestly speaking, if the IRGC is that spiteful, well, I'm going to point this out. Like, a lot of people might be tempted to look at this like, oh, this is us doing this. But if the IRGC are the ones going scorched earth, like that's a problem for them.
Yeah.
Now, what is so I've been getting the reports, and I'm very interested in it. The fact that the IRGC has evacuated Tehran to Mashhad.
Yeah.
Have you been hearing about that?
I heard a lot of the guys are also in Isfahan.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Isfahan, I believe it's called.
Isfahan.
Isfahan, yeah.
Yeah, Isfahan. Yeah, I've heard there's a bunch that are still in Isfahan. But like the core of the theocracy and the IRGC has relocated to Mashhad from Tehran. So there is a situation definitely brewing in Tehran, I believe. If I had to guess, personally speaking, I wouldn't be hesitant to not assume that there's potentially Russians on the ground in Tehran, but again, I'm viewing this from a much different perspective than most other people are willing to look at it from.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, fuck you. I don't care. Like you can be as anti-Russian as you want. That's your prerogative. I'm not. And the situation seems to be lining up to, there's definitely, I personally, everybody's like, oh, there are no Americans on the ground. Bullshit. If you think the Delta boys haven't been having fun, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like there's that, you have the situation with Isfahan, there, and we've seen the we've seen the satellite imagery of them trying to excavate the storage facility for their nuclear material. And it's like, oh, hey, they're actually actively trying to get a hold of their shit. Okay, well, bomb the fuck out of them. You know, get fucked, nerds.
Yeah, no, that's certainly true. Been funny watching Crypto Rich this week, kind of like, oh my god, they're all gangsters. Oh.
Well, Rich is he's a naive individual. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's no fault to him. It's just a case of he's grown up and lived in the British system.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, Rich.
Yeah.
The beer's over there, the pork ribs are over there, and please, for Lord's sake, please, dear God, do not piss out by that tree. There's several family members buried under that tree. The house owner will fucking bury you in next to the other tree that people piss at.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, welcome to America, boy. Like, you're gonna learn today. And mind you, I'm just okay. Sorry, I jumped on Twitter to look at a few things. Trump invited President of Belarus Lukashenko to his home in Florida to discuss a big deal. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a pretty thing.
Okay, well, yeah, I know. Oh, hey, Lukashenko. I can't meet with Putin right now, but I can meet with you.
Yeah,
you know exactly what that deal is going to be a discussion about. Fucking hell, man.
Yep. And the FBI arrests 11 in real estate and loan fraud of LA's elderly victims. Did you hear about where 18% of all Medicaid payments are going to?
Yeah, dude, I have seen like the fraud stories have been absolutely fucking insane. Yeah. Like it's just been
18% of all Medicaid has been going to one county in California.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yep.
I'm not surprised at all.
Chuck Norris told a woman to calm down, and she did. So our friends Laura Loomer's going out there telling everyone that Tulsi's is the next to go, and of course Roger Stone is doing the God's work by saying, "Shut the fuck up, woman." Yep, Tom just posted that too.
Lord. Fucking no, sorry. My guys are making Chuck Norris memes in honor of Chuck Norris, so I was getting tagged with stuff.
Oh, okay. Something happened to Chuck?
Chuck died yesterday.
Oh shit. I didn't know.
Yeah.
The highest grossing video is the highest grossing most viewed video on this channel is a top 10 to Chuck Norris movies.
But yes, I'm sorry. I completely fucking lost my train of thought.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're saying that your guys were.
Yeah. No. I'm completely fucking lost. Mm-hmm. Also, just another thing. Have you seen the Japanese Prime Minister the other day? The meeting that Trump and her had.
No, sorry, what was that?
Oh, yeah. So Trump and the Japanese prime minister are having a meeting,
Oh yeah.
discussing shit.
He starts talking about Pearl Harbor.
Japanese reporter, Mr. President, why didn't you inform Japan about the attack? Well, we like secrecy. You guys didn't tell us about Pearl Harbor. It's like, God damn it. It's like, fuck. All right.
You got me there.
And then the Japanese prime minister's look on her face, just like, oh, he said that. Oh, he's got a good point.
Yeah, no, like, keep pointing out to people the reason why the British were not informed on this thing is because MI6 is riddled with Muslims who would have leaked it immediately to Iran.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, it's called MI6 is running all the Muslims, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I gotta have different levels of narratives for different levels of people.
Yeah, seriously. Well, actually, that's the funny part is I got into an argument with a guy a couple of days ago who Irish dude, and he got real fucking mad when I said, like, hey, how does it feel to be invaded by the Brits without actually being invaded by the Brits?
Yeah.
And he fucking started freaking out. And I was like,
yeah, no. Yeah, the people who ran the IRA for decades are just giving up to Indians. Like, what the hell happened there? Well, I'm sure I know what happened there, but still.
Well, see, here's the fun part is when we're talking about the situation. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Apparently the Cyprian president is trying to force the Brits and the Turks out of Cyprus. Huh.
Interesting.
Huh. All right. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, certainly in the Epstein's files, when they found out that he was involved in the entire Greek financial crisis.
No, well, yeah, of course.
And a lot of the operations running there, I'm sure the Greeks are very happy about that. And of course, Greece has the largest army, a real army in Europe.
Well, actually, I just thought about this because Tom pointed out, like, what was it, like second or third day of the war, the Greeks had sent ships to Cyprus, and a shit ton of British bankers fucking fled the island.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, oh,
that's different.
It's like, I wonder why they're running.
Yeah, right.
I wonder what that could mean. It turns out Greek intelligence and Delta is fucking rolling people up in Cyprus. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's not much going on today that we're not having a lot of topics to talk about.
Well, you see, that's the funny part is that we're now getting we're starting to get the drips and drabs of the narrative for the weekend. And again, just popping over, looking at market stuff real quick because we're going to close.
What's Brent doing today?
Wow, fucking crude oil is sitting at 98.44 right now. 98.34 or 35, my bad.
Okay. And Brent I'm looking at is 107.09.
Yeah, well, clearly real price is fucking lower than Brent, so that tells you something.
Well, the WTI is your price because you're energy independent.
Well, hold on. What is WTI price right now? WTI. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I was using Fidelity to look at stuff. So WTI. Actually, there's just been a minor update. It's up 3 cents, but oh no, 11-minute delay. So it's gone down a few cents because Fidelity updates real time. There's barely enough. So oil for the US. Oh, it's delayed 10 minutes. That's okay. 98.38. Gold is sitting at 45.05. US 10-year they have the US 10-year on here. Nice. So Nikkei got slapped like a motherfucker today. Down 3.3%, almost 3.4. Canada 1.95 down, Mexico 1.63, Europe, I believe this is Dow Jones Europe. Yes. So Dow Jones Europe down 1.36, UK 1.44, Dow Jones Germany 2%, Dow Jones France 1.81%. Hong Kong, Dow Jones Hong Kong actually up 0.45%. So they traded sideways today. And do you got the historical chart for from the last market report with the from Wednesday's market report for currency exchange?
I would have it. It's got to get out of my Patreon.
Okay. Because if I remember correctly, Eurozone, that trying to remember the last numbers I looked at, which was about 2 weeks ago. I think it strengthened a little bit. It might have weakened slightly. Because it's currently sitting at 1.155. Basically 1.156.
Okay. The Kishim's the thing. So here's some market report PDF. Opening.
Oh shit. Okay. Amazon is bringing back Fire Phone.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing.
Put the PDF in the chat for you. Maybe not. I'll just open it up here on my end, and I have it here, so I'll share it and I'll scroll down. Share screen. PowerPoint. Here we are. And
I have been handed a baby.
Oh, she's your mic.
Hi, baby. Hey, baby girl. Hey. You wanted to join Daddy while he was recording?
here we go. Here's the Brent crudes.
All right, hold on. Let me pull you off to the side. Oh, Lord. All right, so we got an inside bar for this week. Interesting. So Brent's definitely going to be elevated. I'm thinking it's going to settle within the 105 range, personally. Looking at that. 105 sounds about right. Maybe 106.
Yep.
So we'll see how it opens. Opens next week. But yeah, 105, 106, somewhere in that region. And then what about currency markets?
Okay. Here's your 10-year spread.
Okay, so euro. Sorry, where's euro? Euro actually strengthened into the close.
Mm-hmm.
So Europe not having fun there.
Yep.
they're on the upside on that. They don't want that. They don't want that smoke. Natural gas futures. Oh wow, that's actually really. What are the gasoline futures for the monthly close? I can't see it because of the cameras.
Okay.
Good. Oh, well, there you fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then what's our crosses looking like? All right, not looking terrible.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And everybody, who's looking at this, like, what are they looking at? Like, it's like, guys, like, if I could tell anybody to do anything, it's subscribe to fucking Tom, because this dude he fucking does great work.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll learn as you watch and listen, and actually listen.
Yeah.
He explains everything as he goes.
Yep.
So, hell, I learned how to fucking read candlesticks because of that man. And as my daughter is looking at the screen, like, what is that, Daddy? And what is going on? But yeah, okay. So we're looking, going into market close, and mind you that when did he put out Wednesday's market report?
This is the 18th.
What time? Do you remember? It was later. Was it later
Yeah,
in the day?
definitely was later in the day.
Okay. 'Cause I don't remember if he had any shows in the morning, and if he tends to get it out later in the day if he has shows. But we got what, like a crap. Trying to do the math in my head, and my brain is just not working.
Yep.
Like 0.05 or 0.003. Yeah, 0.0. Let's just say 0.004 move in euro. So they're defending, but it's still raised because again, strong euro, bad for Europe.
Yep.
So you're already looking at a pretty. I would be definitely interested to see where this lands next Monday, because if it goes up, a cent or two, or hell, even a cent and a half on Monday, Europe's in trouble.
Yep. Well, no wonder why they're panicking to send the ships in to escort tankers.
Oh, absolutely. All right, and what has he got with the Dow down there? Yeah, sorry. As my daughter tries to launch her forehead into the edge of the table.
The weekly chart for the Dow. So the Dow is no longer at 50,000.
Yeah, but here's okay. So here's the thing: is that drop off, as long as it doesn't go below 45. So this is my personal analysis here. As long as it doesn't close below 45 next week, I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're just good.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it can definitely break the previous low. Absolutely. But as long as it doesn't close below 45 I'd say Wednesday, then we're looking pretty good market wise. I love that meme. I love that meme. What are we looking at? French Italian. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, man. That is not a good chart.
Yep.
That is, fucking France is not looking good there. Oh, you poor fuckers. All right, what? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, Italy. Oh, my God. Italy. Yeah, Italy is going to come out of this so fucking well.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, shit on the Italians, shit on the Italians. Guess what, motherfuckers? Oh, my Lord. I'm going to have to take a vacation to go see the family.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not subject to EU law anymore? Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Dog, chill out. Okay. Wow. When spreads correlate like that, that's a problem. Yeah. That's a fucking problem. The EU is not liking this. What's the long end of the yield curve looking like right now?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, did he not show it?
Might be further up. We started at the one end.
Okay.
So we start at the top and we'll skip ones that we did. So here we got the gold double top, which back down to 4,800. But you got to remember, I bought my gold at 18. So.
Well, no, and that's the thing is right now we have the downward pressure of countries selling off gold assets because they have to finance.
Right.
So we have that downward pressure. So there's a good chance that we could definitely see the 4,500 area for at least I would say probably a month, maybe two. And then at that point in time, it's going to start going back up again. But, again, we have the downward pressure of people selling off their assets. So, where is the yield curve? Did he not?
Yes,
did
here's
he not
the silver party.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, all the Bitcoin maxis looking at that chart being like, oh my God. And it's like, that's actually not a bad thing right there.
It's not a disaster. People, this is a good thing, guys. This means people are selling out of the market so that eventually it'll go back up again. This is a good time to buy if you have any money to buy with.
Yeah.
And Brent crude. So we covered all this stuff.
Okay, so did he not do... Oh, that trajectory. That's a great trajectory for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking phenomenal line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Holy Jesus fucking shit. Wow. What is ROW?
What's that?
Rest of the world. Sorry,
Yeah.
I think about. Wow. Well, the fact that the fact that that came up like it did, countries are going into the safe haven asset, but holy shit, Europe!
Yep.
Fucking hell. Oh, Lordy.
Yep.
Hold on. Sorry, I had to look at what I'm looking. Oh, this is the Euro yen cross. Oh yeah.
And then weekly volatility through time.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Oil should not be that volatile, but
Yeah, I know it should be the most controlled thing in the world, but of course, if it were, people couldn't make money off of it.
Annalena Baerbock. The Siren Witch of the West. All right. Well, no, I was curious to see. I'm guessing he just didn't do it for this market report. I was tempted. I wanted to see what the yield curve was looking like at this point. Fuck. All right. Well, those charts aren't bad. Like from the perspective of the Europeans, they're fucking horrendous.
Right.
Like from their perspective, that's the worst possibility possible. But from our position, it's like, oh, actually, this is manageable. Oh no. Oh well.
Yep. Just trying to see if they've actually formally announced any ships going to the Straits, but definitely Ruda's doing that. He's going to send whatever they can. So, like we said, the Dutch will send some stuff. I think Canada will send some things, some stuff, probably. And Norway, Sweden, other countries might be able to, Denmark. And, it will be, they won't participate in active operations against Iranian hard targets inside Iran, but they'll defend themselves and they'll do escort duties on the ship. So that will be politically sellable to a lot of people at home. We're doing our job to get the ships moving.
Well, I'm currently scrolling through. I haven't seen any new stuff.
And of course, Blaine Holt's comments the other day about like, you can't. When I was like at NATO headquarters, they would never talk. No Secretary General would ever make the comments Ruda just did. We would make that might be spoken in a closet down by the Belgian delegation.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. I have nothing more on my end.
Okay, that's fine. We can always end early. That's fine by me.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any announcements or anything that are new. there's all the stuff from yesterday, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. I have to watch some Chuck Norris tonight.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any new stuff.
Yeah.
Well, other than Israelis bitching about Tucker Carlson or
that
or the Browns bitching about anything else.
Well, did you hear about the stuff what happened with the manosphere? So this documentary dropped on Netflix about the manosphere.
Okay.
And it's interesting. So Pierce Morgan ended up having a couple of them on, and one guy, this H.H. Sucky, I can't remember his name, just owned Pierce so hard that Pierce canceled the show, tried to pretend it didn't happen. But unfortunately for Pierce, the guy was recording on his end. And because Pierce was doing his typical boomer talk thing where he like wants to call someone like a racist or a sexist, and the guy's like, look, you want to have this conversation, I'm going to, and started attacking Pierce Morgan over a picture his wife sent out one time, and basically calling him like, I'd rather talk about some the stuff that actually happened in the documentary rather than you just make personal attacks against me. So other people, I just watched a video with Dan Wooten's show in the UK about this, and it was just so funny. Because the only people I had known, the only people in the documentary I had known was Fresh and Fit. Those were the only people I knew from that particular part of the manosphere. I'm not a big manosphere guy, though. The Tates are the other guys I would know from that particular edge of the sphere, and I only know them from when they go on people's TV shows, talk shows, and talk about stuff. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point in time, like I have not seeing. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything, like literally anything, other than people making the classic Chuck Norris jokes to honor the man.
I guess it is just a day for Chuck Norris. So
yeah,
why don't we, like I said, I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours. So yeah, so why don't we just end it here for today, and then we can get caught up. I'll be sure to send you a market report, the last market report, so you can get caught up on that.
All right, thanks,
and yeah.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Yep. So if you like this kind of content, you want to hear more from me and Warhound Actual, like, share, and subscribe, please, to the channel.